Hey everyone, it's FLAK. I played many games lately that sort of just toss out roadblock after roadblock at me in terms of immersion. There's always something tearing me out of the experience that doesn't need to be there. So when Oculus offered to send over a Quest 2 and Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, I thought, well, why not? I'd been interested in VR for a while, but hadn't had the opportunity to check it out. Plus, Above and Beyond won an Academy Award for one of its short documentaries. Still, I was skeptical. Would things work the way I wanted them to work? Would it feel natural? I played the game on PC with Quest 2, and it turns out it was, hands down, the most fun I've had playing a video game this year. So, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. It's a game that puts you in the boots of an Office of Strategic Services agent in the middle of World War II Europe. There is a campaign, but today we're talking about multiplayer, and when I say puts you in the boots, I really mean that. Developer Respawn Entertainment did a phenomenal job utilizing the Oculus Quest 2 hardware and delivering on a great experience. You can literally duck behind cover, and I was definitely enjoying the ability to blind fire your weapon around corners, out of windows, over balconies, anywhere I wanted to. It was actually really intuitive, the whole game. You could crouch, peek, or do just about anything that you can do in real life. And I feel like that opens up entirely new worlds of creativity, tactics, and realism. There were, of course, other things in there that added some humor. I very much enjoyed throwing objects or healing yourself. I thought that was pretty funny. I also want to say, though you probably noticed already, Above and Beyond lets you choose a dominant hand. Most FPS games treat the user like a right-handed person, and that makes sense. Most people are. But in an interactive game, you want it to feel like an extension of yourself. And personally, I handle weapons left-handed, so being able to operate them as I would actually be holding them was huge for me, and it really added to that level of immersion. You can also feel the weapons kick back thanks to the vibration in the Quest 2's controllers. Aside from that, there are lots of other fun things you can do that you can't do with a standard PC or console. You can pull the pin on grenades by grabbing the grenade and bringing it up close to the headset. You can actually even catch them in midair and toss them back if you're fast enough. With a bit of practice, you can actually do this quite easy. You can even grab a fallen soldier's helmet and put it on. The sound design here also fantastic. You can hear the cracks of the bullets on nearby walls. You get that 360-degree soundscape, and it really helps you to detect and engage enemies simply by listening to the phenomenal sound in this game. Combine this with the game's multiplayer modes and awesome multiplayer maps, and it means a ton of fun and replayability. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond features 5 multiplayer modes, including classics like Team Deathmatch, Domination, and your Standard Deathmatch. There are also a couple other unique modes. One of them is called Mad Bomber, where you place bombs while trying to kill other players and disarm their bombs. And another is called Blast Radius, which is an explosive take on King of the Kill. And that comes complete with Panzerfaust, which are awesome to use in the game, by the way. You can play against real players or AI, which ensures that you will always find a match. And that, I think, is pretty huge in today's day and age. One of the best aspects of the multiplayer for me was the map design and how meticulous developers were in building them. As someone who is a fan of historical accuracy and historically inspired games, across 12 maps, Respawn takes you to some of the most iconic World War II locations, like Peenemünde, where the Germans launched some of their most devastating vengeance weapons. You also have the secret sub-pens, which are modeled after those near-indestructible bases built along French coasts. And you even have a power plant similar to the one attacked by Allied commandos during the raid at Vemork in Norway. They're all packed with a ton of detail, and it was almost like visiting a museum to see some of these locations and see these objects in first person. I cannot stress how awesome that was, being able to physically connect to a video game and see things in just their massive proportions. It's a scale of something that you don't get in your standard PC console kind of setup. Above and Beyond also has a cool game mode called Survival. This is a highly customizable arcade-style game mode with endless waves of enemies to take down over the course of 5 minutes. It's pretty much non-stop action as you're pressed by enemies from all sides, having to scrounge weapons and ammo from downed enemies, and if for some reason that isn't a big enough challenge, you can actually enable modifiers like doubling enemy health or playing without grenades. You can choose from 6 different maps for that survival game mode, and it was definitely one of my favorites. Overall, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond was a fantastic experience, and it definitely sold me on the promise of VR, right? You gotta remember, I hadn't played anything like this before this opportunity. So if you're thinking about giving it a go, Quest 2 makes it affordable, and I know that that is huge. Only a couple of years ago, that was a massive barrier to entry. So I'm personally looking forward to exploring some more VR games. So if there's any you think that I need to play next, make sure to tell me down below in the comments. I'll be putting together a couple of other videos on Medal of Honor Above and Beyond because honestly, it really needs to be talked about. This game is seriously slept on. They did so many things right, and with some controversy going on with some other games right now, they could definitely learn from them. So do expect to hear more from me about this stuff in the future. But if you enjoyed this video, if you never played VR before, make sure to tell me what you think down below in the video comments. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, if not a dislike, and make sure you check out Oculus Quest 2 using the link in the video description. Thank you again to them for sponsoring this video. If you want to support the channel, keep your money, share this video, and as always, thanks for watching.